I didn't cough in your ear. Right. So that happened. It's not working, which is always fun. This is why I don't call myself a master. I am just a journeyman. Still learning. So this one, the black switch, turns the wheels, and this one, the gray switch, it pushes the pistons, I guess. So you push the pistons and spin the wheels, and that would, once the portals are correctly attached, would spin the portals around. You'll notice they're not exactly centered, and that is because this build was built for red and yellow teams. So it's centered for red and for yellow, but for none of the others. And that's a bit of a problem because these are small servers. They only have 7 teams and 7 people that can be on them at a time. And so red and yellow doesn't tend to be one of the first picks for people because it's down here at the end, and people seem to be slotted first in white and then into the ones closest to white. So black and red does, however, tend to be pretty full. And blah 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 something something. Oh yeah. And that's why I had decided to start working on an improved AFK grinder. This one just takes so long to set up. So I decided to build this one. An improved version, make it look better, make it groove-proof. Wow, I definitely did that wrong. Grief-proof. There we go. You might recognize some of the colors. We've got the red, the Roy G. Biv. It's always great. Some more colors. It's all the chests again. Eventually this is going to be like a maze to help keep players out and confused about what they can actually do to disrupt when I'm trying to use the AFK portion of this. Players have a tendency to make themselves obnoxious is the just nicest way that I can put that. So this needs to come down, because otherwise it was on the pistons and then this part wouldn't work. Speaking of which, this switch will do this and this giant arm at the same time. No, it won't, because I don't know, because not anchored. Ow. He hit me. Oh, different team. Collision. Collision. We need to press this again. And so that'll bring that back in, and collision. Collision. You just gotta know how to work the properties of the things that you're messing around with. Right, so this is the new one that I want to work on. Basically, it works a little bit different. Oh my god. How many of these did I make and then just not even think about where is that going? move it this way. There we go. Doesn't matter if it's in the switch will still work, provided all of this is unanchored, which it isn't. So I'm not even going to press it, because then we get to see the piston glitch. It moves, nothing else does. Anyway. This one is to give the whole body momentum, give it thrust when it's extended out, and when it is extended out, it goes right over the portals, and it goes right over all of the portals in every single one. I haven't tested that yet, don't hold me to it. Little asterisk. Needs to go about right here. So the portals on this side, portal go right here. You know, it's just a long tube, because wherever I spawn, it'll basically push me to the first portal. First portal will take me to the first tube. Well, I guess the first tube down the river that will be frozen in place using the properties tool. By using the properties tool with blocks that aren't like clipped into the ground or another block, when we unanchor them, we can move things around. This is a UFO that I was working on. I'm not really sure what else to do with it. So this is what it looks like on the outside. Very UFO looking-ish. And it's sort of looks like a giant eye from the underneath, but I can't show it to you very well because for some reason I didn't think to raise it, because I'm a dingbat. Though it is going to take it a moment. You can see all the individual glass panels. Making the actual body of it was very interesting. A very good exercise for me, trying to visually scape or mold something out. Yeah, see, it definitely looks like an eye. Like a very dilated eye. Or maybe the other one, I don't remember. I don't know. Anyway, either way, by using the properties tool, we can anchor everything, unanchor everything, and move around. Or decide we're stuck. Can't do anything. Can fly around, can basically do anything. And another reason why I call myself a journeyman is because there are so many other tricks, so many things for me to still learn. There is a way to get this dang doodad to move around by only keeping a magnet, by keeping a magnet and a block of titanium held in suspension or whatever. It is fascinating what that's basically perpetual motion. And you can make a perpetual motion machine to basically make an infinite battery to move around. Oh, that poor kid. He turned on a thruster. At least the thruster's over, but the thing still has the momentum from the last command he gave. So he was Alright, sorry about that. 10-minute limit. Because I refused to pay for it. Anyway. Oh, my thing is out. No. Oh. I don't know what that was. But I am gonna do... Yeah, sure. It is not an airship. Not yet. So this is something that I want to work on, and I have a little bit of enough understanding of like molding the shape to actually get sort of what I want, but it's a little on the mass side. The little turbines in the front don't actually work. Don't really know why. But it's a giant thing of titanium, so it's got a lot of heft to it. Got a nice rolly shape to it. I'm definitely not plugging up the entire river with useless stuff. I would never do it for money. And now the game is just a little bit harder, because if they don't go through that part right there in the center, they're not getting through. And you see most of them are working with like very rectangular builds, like probably placing each block individually. This one decided to blow theirs up for some reason. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't built something like this in a long time. And I'm talking like at least a year. At least a couple of years. Imagine this. These are your only two tools. You can build stuff and you can delete stuff. Now, if you're perceptive, you'll notice that there is a little plus sign, and you can anchor the blocks, you can match the rotation. You can move it by 0.5s, you can move it by 0.2s, you can move it by 0, which actually is just 0.1. But it says 0. I don't think it's really 0. Lambda, I think. Anyway, what was I doing? Right, you can rotate it. You can rotate it like this, or this, or this. This is me rotating it. I'm pressing the thing as fast as I can. Anyway, I don't know anyone who does things in 1 degree because it's too hard to see the difference between that and that and that and that, because there's a 4-degree difference in the lines here, and I'm not projecting them well. I'm not showing them very well, but it doesn't matter. Why? Anyway, we have other tools, right? We can stretch. We can determine how much things will be stretched by. This is actually what I used for a long time before I figured out all the different functions of the trowel tool, which can allow you to copy something. Then you take the scale tool and move it. Scale it out, copy it again, click the correct button that you want so that you're clicking the correct tool. And you know what, you decide you don't want it to be blocky, you can spin it by how many degrees? 45 degrees? Sure, spin it whatever degrees you want, man. Person. Anyway. I think that is the perfect ending to this episode. If that doesn't sum up this game, I don't know what does. Thank you. I have no more words.